What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, Action Creature. Today we're looking at the SH Monsterarts Hedorah. Finally, we get another Showa monster, right? It feels like it's been so long since we've got a Showa monster. I think the last one was Mechagodzilla, but it's definitely not enough. We need some. We need more of this. We need more Anguirus, Titanosaurus. We need the whole crew, but for now, this will do. This figure is actually pretty amazing. I'm really happy with it. Really solely because of paint. The paint is really nice. The articulation is good. It's good enough for what it is. So we'll go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start with the accessories first before we get into the big guy. So I'll just set him back here. So first, I guess we'll start with this little base. This base is it's double molded. There's a clear plastic and then a gray plastic under the clear plastic, so it really gives that nice like dirty water effect. I really like that actually. It looks nice because I mean, compared to the other display for the little Hedorah, it doesn't look that great. Well, the other display doesn't look that great. I mean, so I prefer this one. I like this over this over here because this is just a clear, whatever stand. I like when Monsterarts used to do these like kind of detailed bases, so I'm glad they're bringing this back. It would have been cool to have a water one with like the water fooshing and like this could peg into here, but it can't. We just have this. It's two different options, either flying or in the water. So I'll show you how the water one works, and then I'll show you how this one works after. So the Hedorah here, we'll just, before we look at the details, I'm just going to show you how the bases work. So yeah, the head just pops off really easily. There's a peg hole in the top part of the head, and there's just a peg right here. So when you want to put it back together, you just push it in, and it's pretty simple. There's no articulation at this joint. It's just a spot to detach it and reattach it. That's it. So let's see how this looks on here. I haven't put it on here yet. But I mean, yeah, that looks really good, doesn't it? Like the display bases like can add a lot to a figure if you do them right. I really like the clear plastic that they put on this. So while we're here, we'll just get a closer look at this small Hedorah. The paint on it's really nice. There's a nice almost like metallic flaky paint on it to make it shine a little bit, which is cool because it's the water version. The eyes are painted really nice too. The eyes are molded in a nice clear red plastic, and then it has the pupils punched in with the gold and black. It came out really clean. I like that a lot. Here's the other side. Yeah, looks good. Monsterarts didn't mess up the eyes for once. Here's a top view. Yeah, that clear plastic on the base just looks awesome. Really captures the water effect. And I guess should have said this before. This is just going to be a really in-depth review because when I watch figure reviews, it bothers me when not every aspect of the figure is covered. So I was like, why don't I just do it myself and just do it how I like it. So here I am. But yeah, we'll be taking a look at like literally every aspect of this figure, so you will not have any questions by the time it's over. So it'll probably be a little bit long, but you can always just fast forward. All right, so let's pop this back in. There we go. And I'll give you a look at the whole figure. It's more the same, has nice little highlights, and then darker color back here. The underbelly is done really nice. You can actually see his like non-fully formed hands and that like textured underbelly and the kind of octopus tentacle mouth thing that Hedorah has. It's really cool. Yeah, it has like nice subtle green in there too. Looks really good. I'm happy with the paint on this. They did not skimp out on the paint this time. So yeah, looks pretty good. I like it. All right, so how this other base works is pretty simple. You could see there's kind of like just pretty much this base fits right in. Like looking at the sculpt, you wouldn't tell that it's made for a base, but once you put it on, it just fits perfectly right on there. So if you do want to use this one, you don't have to worry about it falling. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I prefer the other base personally, but if you want them flying or like jumping out of the water, this works great. I think this little stand right here is a little extra. We probably could have just done one clear tube, but hey, we got a show of monster, so I'll take it. Whatever stands they want to put in doesn't bother me. All right, so yeah, let's move on to the next one. Move this back out of the way. All right. So this one's stand is more or less the same thing. Just has this right here, and you take the short end of it and feed it under the legs, and then it just props it up perfectly, just like that, so you don't have to worry about it falling. So I'm just going to be spinning this around so we can get a better look at the details of the flying form. So yeah, we'll start with the face. I mean, I really feel like I don't have to say anything. It looks awesome. Like, look at those eyes, the clear red eyes. They really knocked it out of the park. And the pupils are actually sculpted in, and they hit the mark perfectly on the paint. They're right where they should be in the sculpt, so it looks really good. I mean, yeah, just look at all the texturing on the sculpt. It looks nice. And then to top it off, they, did some airbrushing and just to murky up Hedorah and make him look cool. But yeah, so let me give you a nice 360 look now. Put him back on the base. Angle the camera down a little bit so we get him front and centered. Bam. Look at that. He looks good. I'll give you guys a look at the underside too. I'm just going to do a spin around. Yeah, who needs a turntable, right? Yeah, man, that's got some nice detail. Kind of zoom in on it. Look at that detail, man. You can like see the etching in the sculpt. I think that's cool. All right, we'll zoom back out. Yeah, movie magic. I'm just filming on my phone, so I'm using my fingers to zoom in and out. But yeah, that looks great. I mean, it gets the job done. It's definitely flying Hedorah. I mean, this is pretty much a smaller X Plus figure, And there's no articulation on it. So if you're hoping for articulation with the legs, you'll be disappointed. But I mean, I don't know what really they could have done. Maybe they could have just put these sections on ball joints or something so they could open. But It's whatever. Don't really need it that much. And just want to mention too, this thing has got some heft to it. It's pretty heavy. You can definitely like hurt somebody with this, just like stab 'em. But no, this is actually kind of a softer rubber right here. It's not like super floppy or anything, but it's not the hardest thing in the world. But it is still pretty heavy. Um, but yeah, as you guys can see, it's really nice shading on this thing. They did a good job. Cool, like almost crab, lobster looking detail right here on the bottom, which, you know, I don't think you would ever even see in the movie. So that's really cool. We still have the malformed hands, not fully formed yet. And these are softer rubber too, so you can bend them a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't, if we ever get a Godzilla to go with Hedorah, I wouldn't like try to open it up and put Godzilla in there or anything like that. Maybe you could put like a smaller figure and it would be okay, but me personally, I just wouldn't be bending these a lot too much. I don't think they'll break. I just don't want to like deform the figure. But yeah, that looks good. I like this. Looks really good. Not much more I can say. I just want to make sure you guys get a good look at everything. Bam. Alright, so now let's get to the star of the show. And at the end of this, I'll bring out other figures so we can do comparisons and stuff. So we can see how big they are, how they stack up. Angle this back up. And my movie magic is being ruined. Okay. Alright, now let's get to the big guy, the final form. Come over here. Okay, so first we'll just take a look at the details. And I mean, yeah, Monsterarts was like, you know what, let's actually try. Let's put some paint on a figure. And they definitely did. Like, look at this thing. I'll get into everything, but yeah, we'll just start with the head first. Look at those eyes. I mean, they got the eyes right in sculpt, right where they should be. Clear red eyes, so that's cool. And this is kind of showing up as a yellow on my camera, the like little outline. The lighting that I have is making it like stick out a lot more than it does in real life. It's more of a muted gold, so if you're looking at this thinking it looks weird, don't worry about it. It's just the light, it's picking up light and reflecting it. It's looking brighter than it actually is. But yeah, this right here is more muted gold, and in person looks really good. And I think it still looks good on camera too. I'm just letting you guys know. Yeah, we have all these like nice red airbrushing with the darker colors and the lighter colors. And then we go to the top of the head. And yep, that looks how it should. Got the nice yellow paint applied with the weird cracky head that Hedorah has. It's like freaky. We'll get a look at the back of the head here. Cover this up. No spoilers for later. Yeah, it looks really good. They got all that black right in the crevices. It's not bleeding over or looking bad or anything. And I just gotta say, like, the sculpt is just so nice. So detailed. It kind of looks like, oh, we'll get into articulation after, so I'll bring that up later. But yeah, let's get a look at the front of the body now. Yeah, more of the same, just the red airbrushing and the like darker wash. Really brings the figure to life. It looks awesome. We'll look at under the arms too, because they actually painted the underside of the arms, and that looks freaking nice. It just makes Hedorah pop out, you know, if you pose him with his arms up. It's a nice like color change. It's cool to see. I'm glad they didn't skimp out. I'm happy they added this detail. Yep. Yeah, it's got these like nice gray, almost like metallic bluish color. Looks really good. And you know, it all kind of depends on your lighting, how the figure looks. Like with this light, obviously it looks a little more vibrant than it would just sitting on your shelf with like one room light on. But just all depends on how you display the figure, you know. If you have bright lights on, it's gonna look like how you see on camera. If it's in a darker room, it'll look a little more dull, but I mean, compared to your average Monsterarts, it still stands out. There's a lot of paint. Yep, there's the other underside, and the hands. All of it's done really well. I don't want to spend too much time and like bore you guys, but I mean, we're just gonna get a good look at the figure. Here's the feet. All done nicely. I mean, the paint just goes throughout. I'm surprised there's no like Toho logo or anything under here. Alright, so now let's get a look at the back. And I mean, yeah, they did good. They did good. It looks really nice. The paint isn't sloppy, you know. Maybe like the lines aren't as clean like right here, but it's Hedorah, you know. He's not really clean, so it don't matter. Like it works either way. So yeah. And I mean, you compare it to the actual suit, this is definitely good enough for what we needed. So yeah, there's the back. We'll look at the tail too. The tail continues that red airbrushing that looks really nice, or maybe it's just a dry brush. I'm not sure if it's airbrush. The bottom of the tail is just looks unpainted, but it's fine. It matches the bottom of the feet, so no biggie. All right, now let's get to what everyone has been waiting for: the articulation. What I care about most in a figure. Articulation is definitely the most important for me. So articulation on this guy is not insane overall, I'll tell you that, but I think it gives you what you need. So we'll start with the head. Right now the head's looking down. So the head can go up about that much, and from the side looks like that. So you get this gap right here, but I mean, it's not too bad. In pictures, the first pictures that came out of this guy online, I thought his head looked really weird because all this stuff was sticking out, but it's not nearly as bad in person, and he probably just had the head like tilted all the way up, so it was sticking out like that. But yeah, so it goes up that much just to where he can look straight forward. And oh yeah, what I was going to mention earlier, there's a seam right here, so it almost looks like they were gonna do like a Riveltech style like cutout joint, so the head could like slide over this piece, but no, it's just it's all together, and this is softer rubber, so you can articulate it more. Well, actually, you know what? It is a separate piece, so maybe we can get it to go up higher. Yeah, just a little bit more. Okay. Well, we're all learning. So yeah, this is how that guy had it. Of the first pictures that I saw, like the head was like straight up, and it just looked kind of weird to me, because you know, we don't really see Hedorah looking like this in the movie. But anyway, so that's how far it goes up, and you can see the neck joint under here, and then down a good amount, and then you can just push this down, you know, so it doesn't look all crazy. Down is I mean, for Hedorah, that's a good amount, you know, it's about all you need. And let's see how about tilt, like side to side. Yeah, you have them looking like the fuck. So to the right, I mean, I guess I could try to really push it. Yeah, to the right goes about that much. This is a rubbery plastic, so you don't have to worry about it. Right, that much. Let's see about the left. Left, pretty much same thing. So yeah, looks good. I just wouldn't leave it in a pose like that for a long time, because eventually these will probably like bow out, and you know, I mean, unless you want it like that, then whatever. Or you don't care, then cool. But me personally, I like it all to look flush. Okay, for the arms. The arms, they'll go, we'll just start with forward and back. They go back this much, and then forward. Oop. Yep. Well, you know, everyone knows that's Monsterarts, so it's all on ball joints, so you don't have to worry about that. No, they feel sturdy, so yep. So it goes forward that much, which is a good amount. So his arms won't really be able to get in front of him. With just the shoulder joint, we'll see what we can like finagle. So yeah, just got like almost like a butterfly joint here, and you know, obviously it's a ball joint, so you could swivel too. Same thing here. Let's see the range of this part. So it goes down, up, and then kind of limited side to side, but obviously you can swivel too. We'll go here now. Yeah, it gets nice motion all the way around. It's a good ball joint right there. Yep. So we'll see if we can get him to like kind of do like a hugging pose. Get his arms in. Just gotta watch the clearing right here, the back part. If you, no. Alright, let's see. Pop that back in. Yeah, once you get that back in, yeah, you can get the arm forward a little bit more. You could probably just pop it out and then pop it in like this if you wanted to get the arm forward. Yeah, I'll just put that back. Okay, so there's the arm. You know, obviously this arm's going to be the same, so I'll spare you that. So now for the body, let's see if the body can crunch at all. Yeah, it can a little bit. It's not crazy, but as you can see back here, lifted up some, so that's about the range you're going to get with that. Going back, pretty much nothing. Side to side, yeah, side to side is good. You'll get that good motion too, especially if you add the head in there, head and neck. Yeah, you get good side to side. So, yeah, side to side is nice. And now for the legs. The legs are on ball joints, just so everyone knows. So they are, I have seen like in other reviews that the legs are kind of loose, and yeah, it's a problem on mine too. But the good thing with ball joints is like it's super easy to fix loose joints. There is a flap right here above the leg, and you just pop that right out, and we'll get a better look at the what is going on here. Obviously, you know, it's just a ball joint, you know, stuck up in there. And then this joint right here is like a hip swivel, so you can swivel it around, get some pivot out of it too. But if we pop the leg out, let's see if I can. Okay. I can't get it now, so I'm not going to try to get it on camera, but you could always heat it up a little bit and then pop it out, and then just, you know, use a floor polish trick and put a layer of it on there, or, you know, put a little piece of paper in the socket is what I like to do. And you wouldn't think it would do anything, but it does a lot to tighten up the joints. But, you know, even then, like, even with them being loose, it doesn't like stop the figure from being able to stand or anything like that. Like Hedorah, for the most part, his feet are always going to be flat, so it don't matter anyways. And if you want to get like, you know, pivot or something, like having his leg out to the side, you can easily. Like the loose joint doesn't really affect anything, honestly. Like it's honestly fine, unless you're trying to do like a one foot pose or something. Then the loose joint becomes a problem. You'll have to fix it then. But yeah, so let me put this back in. Okay. This leg is a little bit tighter, but you know, still the same thing. A little loose. It's not really holding a position out to the side. But yeah, so let me just get into the full range. So it can go out to the side about that much before it flops back down, and then forward. Okay, well, we got the ball joint out, so on this leg. So yeah, you know, just put a little piece of paper in here and then pop the joint back in. Or you can do like a little super glue, pop it in, and just move it till it dries. And yeah, that'll fix that joint. It won't be an issue. Yep, I'm a Monsterarts apologist. But I mean, that's why I like ball joints, you know, it's easy to work with. So let me pop this back in. Actually, since we had the leg off, I can just get into the full range easier that way. So yeah, we got a ball joint here. So the legs go like this, and then another ball joint here. So you can get the leg to go out about that much. And then in, ankle pivot is the most important. So in, obviously it's going to look different on the figure because the ball will be more straight up like that. So in for the ankles is really good. It's more than enough than you'll need for Hedorah. So forward and back. This little guy's on a ball joint too. So down about that much is a good enough range for Hedorah. Like, you know, the feet aren't really the main draw here. And forward about, I don't know, pretty much flat. Just kind of depends on how it looks when the leg is attached. So not much forward. Let's see if we can get this back in here. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. The problem is I just can't see the ball joint once I put this in here, so it's hard to line it up. I was pushing pretty hard to try to get the hip to go, so I mean, once this gets back on, I'm sure it won't be a problem. But yeah, every time I push it, the ball moves out of the way. My God, I'm so embarrassed. Ah, shit. Well, I just broke it. Fuck. Damn. Okay, well, that sucks. But I mean, it's pretty much my fault there. I have extra ball joints, so I'll probably just replace that. Yeah, so we'll just get into the tail and then I'll end the review. But yeah, I just broke my figure, so take your time trying to pop the ball joints back in. So the tail, we'll go left and right. Really good amount. And with all the ball joints, you know, you really get it to curve in. And then up and down, really good amount. So if you want it up, looks good. If you want it down, goes down pretty good. And yeah, standard, you know, Monsterarts tail. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. I don't know if you could tell in my voice, but I'm pretty sad I broke this. So yeah, this is actually the first time I ever broke a Monsterarts figure. So it's pretty disappointing, but I'll be able to fix it. Won't be a big deal. But yeah, all right, that's it for my review. Kind of a fail now that I broke it, but yeah, it'll be okay. Overall, I'm still happy with the figure. That was, honestly, it was my fault. I was pushing it really hard trying to get it back in. I should have took my time more instead of trying to, like, you know, hurry up the review and get the leg back in. I feel like that was my fault. But yeah, that's it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you know what to do. Leave me a comment, say what you like, say what you didn't like. I'm open to feedback. So yeah, bye y'all. Y'all have a good day.